It's not easy to make your dreams come true unless you are Tony Parker, the most famous and celebrated basketball player in France, succeeds in everything he decides to do. He wanted to be an NBA player, he made it. More than that, he has been the strongest point guard of the league for a long time. Same goes for his plans after the retirement. We're gonna talk about it. Let's go.
4 NBA titles with the San Antonio Spurs, a Finals MVP award in 2007, and an unforgettable performance during France's Eurobasket triumph in 2013. Tony Parker has always played to win, except, of course, when he came up against Euronews journalist and former Italian national team player Stefania Di Michele.
Even in my wildest dream when I was a kid, I couldn't imagine everything that happened. And the way that it finished with the jersey retired, that's something that I never thought would be possible for somebody like me coming from Normandy and where I grew up in a little tiny town. It was nice to finally realizing, because since I retired, slowly but surely I'm realizing everything that we accomplished with the Spurs. And right now I feel very nostalgic with the book and then the movie on Netflix, and it's nice to see your whole 20 years in a film. Yeah, I was very, very lucky to be in that franchise. Obviously, yes, I did work very hard, but at the same time I was in a franchise that I really wanted to win, and the values of that franchise, they just made me a better person. They made me a better basketball player, but it made me a better person too. It takes hard work, discipline, sacrifices, and I was very determined to make it to the NBA. Back then too, at the time, there was no European point guards. There was not a lot of Europeans, so I felt all the pressure for the new generation to make sure that I do well and I earn the respect from the American players, from the American coaches. And so early on, it was very hard at the beginning, but it made me really strong, mentally, to show them that Europeans, we can play basketball. But for me, it's very important to give back. Like I said earlier, I feel very blessed, and I had a great coaches. The way I was raised, I don't forget where I come from. So I started with buying a team called Asvel in Lyon, and so I started with that. Then I started to buy the women's team because for me, I wanted to do a project that is unique, and so I wanted to do something that where men and women is the same and have the same team. And then they finished with the academy. We opened a year and a half ago, and that was something that it was special for me because I wanted to take care of the elite in basketball, but I wanted to take care to all the kids that's not going to make it professionally. Because I know that 95% of those kids, they're not going to become professional. And so the slogan of the academy is "Come to the academy and get a job." I take that very, very seriously. And for me, it's very important that those kids, they make it in life, that they have a job, and they're just happy. It's very tough right now. Obviously, we're living a crisis that is one of the biggest of all time. And so it's very hard to try to keep all the projects going, but you have to be creative. You have to be positive, and you have to try to find solutions. But for sure that we're living right now tough times, but at the end of the day, it can only make you stronger mentally and your character. It's an honor. It's an honor. When Netflix first, approached me, about doing the movie, I was like, oh wow, I couldn't believe it, because I was doing something with my company, Infinity 9 Media. We were following me and getting some footage of my last year, and then early on the project, Netflix came and they said, we'll be interested, to do your movie. And so for me, it was an honor. I always say that I have 2 homes. Now I live 50-50. I'm 50 in the US, 50 in France, and I love both countries. But I always say that I have 2 homes, so I feel home in both. I'm very happy the way we're going. It's a new day, and I'm very happy the way the election went. And I think we have a bright future. Ooh, biggest dream. I think right now as I'm getting older is just staying healthy and my family staying healthy and my kids staying healthy. I think the biggest thing, especially in the world we live right now, is just wishing health for everybody. If I had an advice, is just be positive and just believe in your dream. You know, I think you have to dream big. If you say your dream to somebody and he doesn't think you crazy, then your dream is not big enough.